have my mouth open or anything, did I?
You were beautiful.
Oh. So are you. I was dreaming about you.
Huh?
How long have you been up?
Since dawn.
You didn't go back to sleep?
No.
After?
How could I? How could I?
Then come back to bed.
I can't.
What's wrong? Why are you dressed?
There's something I have to do.
Can it wait?
No.
No?
Can't wait. I've waited too long as it is.
What is it? What's wrong?
I love you. You do believe that, don't you? You have to believe that.
Of course I do. You tell me all the time. You told me this morning. You can say it as much as you'd like.
And you stay home today?
Just you and me, that's all that matters. Everything else can wait.
I have to know that you believe how much I love you, how important you are to me.
Adam.
I want to get this right. Liza, I've never wanted anything more in my life.
Of course. What is it?
I can get through anything if I have you. People could say anything, they could do anything to try to tear us apart. But we're invincible, aren't we, darling?
Of course we are.
And you do know I love you.
Yes.
You feel as I do that we were meant to be, that we are perfect reflections of one another.
Adam, you take my breath away. Thank you.
For what?
For trusting me with your insecurities. I love you for that. I love you. I mean, especially after everything that we've survived, everything that we've been through. You have to get used to the fact that you're stuck with me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
You'll never know how much I wanted to hear you say that. It'll help me get through what I have to say.
Liza, darling, rise, shine, and gas up to the north.
Oh, it's my mother.
I know.
It's Girls' Day Out.
It's what?
Girls' Day Out. I forgot. I wanted to cancel, and I forgot. Don't make her go away.
No, get rid of her.
Make her go away.
All right, never mind. I'll get rid of her.
Oh, hello, Adam. I didn't know you were home. Oh, no, darling, don't look so worried. Winifred let me in. I turned in my key, remember?
There's been a change of plans, Marion. We need a little time alone together today.
Oh, wait a minute.
Off with you.
Wait a minute, darling. Oh, well, I realize that Liza would much rather play with you than with me, but could I at least get a wave in?
Wave.
Hi, darling. Okay, now you newlyweds go right back to whatever it was you were doing, and I will tell Suzanne that you are not to be disturbed.
Suzanne?
Yes, she's downstairs, darling. She hasn't heard from you for a couple of days, so she came to check on you. Oh, my, Adam, I've heard of lost weekends. But lost weeks? Only in my dreams.
Sweetheart, I have to get rid of Suzanne, and I'll give the rest of the staff the day off so we can have a little privacy. I'll be right back, and I'll expect you gone.
And I will be, darling, I will be.
Oh, Liza, well done, darling. That man is just consumed with passion.
Adam is a changed man. I mean, you can't imagine how sweet and how vulnerable he can be.
Well, that's what passion does, darling. Turns tigers into pussycats. But actually, between you and me, I prefer it the other way around.
No, Mother, I'm not talking about my husband's prowess. I'm talking about how he seems, or afraid that I don't love him as much as he loves me.
You're joking.
No, it's almost like he's insecure. And we couldn't be closer. I mean, especially after New York. I mean, we were together, and we were thinking about the future. And then this morning, it's like he woke up like nothing happened. Like he needed proof of my love.
But, darling, you're here. And you're in his bed, no less. What more proof could the man want?
Well, that's it. When we were in New York, he gave me a very, well, precious and very thoughtful gift, and I need to return that. I need to give him a tangible reminder of my love. That's it. I've got to do this. We're going shopping.
Oh,
You have to pick me up.
darling. How many carrots?
Okay, I think I can be ready in about 10 minutes. He'll be down in about an hour with Suzanne, right? So we have to hurry.
But what are we going shopping for?
A perfect present. You know that wedding band that he keeps wearing from the ceremony, the horrible wedding ceremony that shouldn't have been? Mm-hmm. I'm going to get him a beautiful wedding band, the most beautiful one ever designed. And I'm going to have it inscribed from my heart.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry that... Oh. Sweetheart? Liza? Could you come on out, honey? We need to talk. Liza? Where the devil did she go?
Did I hear right? You haven't told her yet?
I haven't. I'm waiting for the right moment.
You had all night.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't. Please. Leave us alone. I'll tell her right now.
It's too late. Liza's gone.
She's gone. Haley, did you tell her?
No. Winifred said she went shopping with her mother.
Shopping? Blast Marion and her shopping sprees. Oh, well, no, it's all right. Liza won't be gone long. She'll be back soon. I'll tell her the whole thing when she arrives.
Dad, there's not as much time as you think.
No. We have the rest of our lives, sweetheart. She loves me. She really loves me. And she'll forgive me. I know she will.
Dad.
Thank you for not saying anything. It had to be me. You understand that, right?
Dad, listen to me. I told Mateo this morning.
You told him what?
I told him that you confessed about the faulty parts.
Haley.
And he's going to talk about it today on the cutting edge.
He can't do that.
Well, the truth was going to come out sooner or later, Dad.
But Liza doesn't know.
Well, you had plenty of time to tell her.
You gotta stop him. You gotta call him. Tell him he can't say anything.
I can't do that.
Why not? You're gonna let him ruin my life?
I support him because he happens to be right.
Well, then why are you here? Why aren't you there with him? Watching him drive a stake through my heart.
Because I wanted you to hear it from me first.
Well, I've heard you. Now go.
Dad, please try to understand the difficult position I'm in.
Stop him. I've got to stop him. I'm not gonna let him ruin my marriage.
Before we start, I'd like to say again how sorry I am for the loss that your family has suffered. I knew your sister Maria personally. She was definitely an inspirational woman.
Thank you. I'd also like to say that I appreciate all the outpouring of support we've received, which is why, on behalf of all the families who were torn apart because of this crash, I have to come forward with this information.
Information, meaning you have new information as regards the crash of Flight 149?
Yes, I do.
Well, we'll get to that very shortly.
No, I don't want another smart-alecky remark. I want you to stop the show. Pull the plug on it, now.
Mr. Chandler,
Darling, I thought you weren't ready to go back to work yet.
Oh, Mom, I could take it
Miles,
now.
air
This seems
pollution,
like
chemical
everything's
dumping.
We're live. What are you doing on the
Oregon
phone?
daycare for its employees. But when that wreckage
Who was
be an
that? Was it
oil
Liza?
spill, or the loss of innocent lives in a
yes,
plane
it's your
crash
husband,
turns into
please.
bureaucracy, spin control,
Adam,
or clever
hi.
PR.
Listen, I'm sorry I came out, just left so early this morning.
You're at the studio? Darling, please, come home. Now.
I will.
Cutting
I
costs
promise.
has led to plant closings and downsizings across the globe. But what is forgotten here is that there are human consequences to these actions.
Liza.
People lose their jobs. But when cutting costs lead to inferior products and shoddy turbine blades, people lose their lives. So when corporate responsibility
Hold on a
fails,
second.
personal
Liza, no.
responsibility is
Liza.
the solution. And Initially, I blamed the CEO and president of Corview, the parent company that owns Transglobal Airlines. But I was wrong. Miles Christopher is not to blame. In fact, the Corview Group was very recently sold. Sold in order to avoid responsibility by its previous owner. That owner was Adam Chandler. So you see, it was Adam Chandler who owned the airline. Adam Chandler who mandated that costs be cut no matter what. And Adam Chandler who's been lying ever since. So you see, it was Adam Chandler who owned the airline. Adam Chandler who mandated that costs be cut no matter what. And Adam Chandler who's been lying ever since.
I assume you have proof.
Yes, I do. And I'd like Adam Chandler to come forward and admit his culpability.
I think we should make it clear that, along with being the head of Chandler Enterprises, a multi-billion-dollar business interest, Mr. Chandler's also your father-in-law.
Yes, and I think it's pathetic that this man would lie to his wife, to his daughter, and to the families of all the other victims. This has been a cover-up since day one.
Day one? What are you saying? That you thought of Mr. Chandler
Donnie,
as some
let's
kind of
leave.
suspect in the very beginning?
No, not even
Adam, are you
close.
there?
Initially,
Yes.
I went after Miles Christopher.
Liza, yes, I'm here.
Is it true?
I know that planes just don't fall out of the sky without a reason.
Liza,
I knew in my
come
gut that my
home,
sister,
sweetheart. I can explain all of this.
Adam Chandler has the blood of all those other people on his hands.
Wait a minute,
Is it
Sylvester.
true?
What was it specifically that made you
Well,
suspicious
yes,
that Adam
but
Chandler or
you
Chandler
haven't heard the whole
had
story.
anything to do with this in the first place?
Well, when his wife lost their child
Please stop this.
in a
Pull the
transit
plug.
emergency landing,
It's breaking
he wasn't
news,
out for
Mother.
blood.
We have
He
to
was
run
too
with it.
cool. He was too eager to make peace.
Now,
playing to the
Miles
camera.
Christopher, the CEO of
Yeah, he
Corview,
didn't
has
lie
been
to
on
us.
the show
He's
today
grandstanding.
about the crash.
He wanted the truth, Dad. And if you had been honest from the beginning, he wouldn't be on that stage.
Well, he knew more than he was saying. He kept Adam's role in Corview a secret for months. And frankly, I was shocked to find that the trail led to my father-in-law.
Mateo, your efforts to get to the bottom of this have been more than substantial. And I assume that has to do with the rage you must have felt immediately after the crash.
Get me Liza Chandler on the phone.
Did not let that get in the way. I knew I had to get to
What
the
do you
bottom
mean
of
she
this.
won't take
I
my
went to my
call?
sister to find out what happened.
Of course she'll talk to me.
Settlement offer. That was a red flag.
Put her on the phone, you imbecile! No. Don't do that. Patch me through to Ted Martin on the air. Yes, now. Do it!
What initially led you to Miles Christopher?
Well, before I got to Christopher and Corview, I started Transglobal. I talked to the mechanics, many of which who were injured on the job. And they said that Transglobal went downhill after the buyout.
How?
There was a lot of problems. They overworked the remaining employees. Mistakes were made. The downsizing. The problems with
Liza, Adam's on the phone again, and he wants to be patched through to Ted.
name it.
Do it.
Everything.
Liza, please stop this.
Giving my audience what they want to hear, Mother.
What is wrong with Transglobal's plane?
Well, they dodged safety standards. Maintenance reports were altered. A supervisor told me that he was asked to doctor records.
Those are very serious accusations. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that Mr. Chandler himself is on the phone and would like to make a statement. Mr. Chandler, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I assume you have some response to these charges?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Santos is not presenting all the facts accurately.
Well, then it's your turn to set the record straight. Be my guest.
I understand Mateo's grief, and I admire his passion for the truth.
You don't give a damn about the truth.
But obviously, he's too emotionally involved to analyze the
You're
situation.
damn right I'm
rationally.
emotional. You killed my sister.
Chandler Enterprises has many holdings. Transglobal and Corview were recent acquisitions.
And why didn't you own up to Corview sooner?
But it's not my policy to advertise acquisitions.
Well, nonetheless, Chandler Enterprises did hang TransGlobal out to dry, isn't that right?
I employ hundreds of thousands of people. Hard-working people who've done nothing wrong. A media campaign against Chandler Enterprises would have put many of them out of work. It was my duty to protect them.
How about protecting the people who got on your planes and the mechanics who worked on them?
Nobody could have foreseen the tragedy that was Flight 149.
All right, well, let's talk cause. You ordered a purchasing agent to clean up the bottom line or else.
Not at the cost of human life.
The Transportation Board concluded that Flight 149 went down because of inferior turbine blades.
I can't control every employee who works for me.
Those blades disintegrated, Adam.
I have never made an order to use substandard parts. I've never made an order to jeopardize public safety.
Just as long as your airline turned a profit, right? You didn't care what happened.
An overzealous employee took matters into his own hands.
That overzealous employee cost you a lot more than money. Your wife miscarried after an incident on TransGlobal Airlines. Mr. Chandler, isn't that true?
Yes. That is true. Do you think I would knowingly harm my own child?
That's exactly what you did.
My wife and I have suffered every bit as much as Mateo Santos and his family have suffered. Second-guessing me is not going to bring his sister back. It's not going to bring our child back. We have all been hurt. But it's time to get past this and go on with the business of living.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm told we have to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. We were supposed to have Mr. Miles Christopher on the air with us today, but I'm afraid we've almost run out of time. Mateo, in closing, do you have a reaction to Mr. Chandler's defense?
Yeah. If he was so concerned about his employees, why did he sell Corview out from under them? And I just wish that he would have come forward months ago. I think he took the coward's way out, and he's still doing that.
Well, I want to thank you, not only for being here, but for your dedication in this matter. I hope this is the last we've heard of TransGlobal Airlines. And I'd like to thank you for watching. As always, I'm Tad Martin for The Cutting Edge.
And we're out!
It's a wrap. Well done. That was one powerful show. I hope you don't mind I gave Adam his say.
No. Showed his true colors.
How long was Adam on hold?
A minute, a little more.
Well, that was too long. How many times have I told you to make the call?
Eliza,
Don't be
please
afraid to go to your office. Mother, I'm working. Good show. Greg, good work. Powerful information.
You okay?
Yeah, it's amazing. Producers kill for these moments.
Yeah, well, how's Adam's wife doing?
I just need to talk to Mateo for a second.
Sure. Rudy.
You and I, we both know that money lights Adam's tree. He owns a lot of companies, and he's not always hands-on. I mean, I don't even know how many employees he has.
What do you want from me?
Timeline. I need to know what Adam knew, and when he knew it.
Eliza, go home. Talk to Adam.
I need to know.
You already know.
After Adam bought Corview, this purchasing guy, he told him to cut costs for TransGlobal.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller?
Yeah, I went shopping for bargains. Those planes were loaded with substandard parts.
Did Miles know?
I don't know how much.
He took full responsibility for the crash.
That's right. While Adam just sat back, didn't come forward, never grounded those planes.
So the settlement meeting was a joke?
Yeah, it was a joke. He wanted to get rid of us. Look, I'm sorry that you had to hear it this way, all right? But just think of this. If he was honest, that's all I wanted him to be, is honest. If he was honest with you, his wife, you wouldn't have got on that plane.
Liza?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Listen, you don't have to stick around. Why don't you go home?
No. Actually, there's a lot of post-production work to do. I want to edit this for the West Coast.
No, look, I've already sent Rudy out to do it.
No, I want to do it right. You know, the show is big.
Okay, well, then why don't you take a few minutes in your office, okay? A couple deep breaths.
Mateo, thank you.
Yeah. I wish it wasn't Adam.
I'm so sorry. I just came from my dad's.
Mateo, I want a word with you. Now.
No, I have nothing to say to you.
Hear me out, damn it.
You covered his back for months, all right?
I did my job.
You sold out innocent people is what you did.
Chandler never told me that he was cutting costs.
Whatever.
Listen, Frank Miller, I never knew that he was cutting corners with hardware. Do you think that I would just volunteer to be the guy?
You had to know, all right?
Where's Liza?
In her office. You set me up to be your fall guy, and then you sold Corview behind my back.
Not now, Miles.
You wanted me to stand up and shoulder full responsibility for the crash. You put those planes up in the air with bad blades.
No, Frank Miller was the one who made that decision.
With your blessing. You put up that settlement meeting. You made me go in front of all those people. For what reason? To save your own skin. You knew Mateo was closing in, but you didn't give a damn about the victims. You didn't give a damn about the survivors or me. There was a time when I used to think you were a corporate giant. You're the smallest man I know.
Well, it's over. You can't hide behind that empire anymore. Everyone knows who you are, even Liza.